Welcome to our second day of telling time. I want you to take out your party time worksheet. Okay, it's the front and back. I ripped mine out of the packet. If you want to, you can do that as well, or you can just keep it with the packet and work on it throughout, okay? I also want you to take out your whiteboard, marker, and an eraser. We're gonna get started practicing telling time, okay? Yesterday, you had the option to do a Kahoot about time, excuse me, and the parts of a clock. The whole circle of the clock is called the clock what? You have this part on your body. It is the clock face. So the numbers 12 all the way around and back up to 12 make up the clock face, okay? This whole circle part. These two parts are called the hands. One is the minute hand and one is the hour hand. How do you know which one is the hour hand? If you said the hour hand is smaller or shorter, you are absolutely correct. This is the hour hand. It is shorter than the minute hand. The minute hand is longer, okay? And sometimes it goes all the way to those lines. All right. So today we're going to talk about when that minute hand is at the top of the clock. And we talked about that a little bit yesterday. But the main thing that you have to learn in order to tell time on an analog clock is that the hour hand is shorter and the minute hand is longer. So everybody say that with me. Hour hand is shorter, minute hand is longer. One more time. Hour hand is shorter, minute hand is longer. Okay? So what time is being shown on my clock right now? We're only talking about the time when that minute hand is at the top of the clock. So hickory dickory dock. 12 is at the top of the clock, okay? When that minute hand is on the 12, that means that the hour hand is pointing to one number. Because remember, every time that minute hand goes all the way around the clock, that hour hand only moves to the next number. So that minute hand went all the way around the clock. The hour hand moved from the 6 to the 7. So the time that's on this clock is 7 o'clock. There's no new minutes. It's just 7 o'clock, okay? And sometimes you might be getting on the bus at this time, or you might be just getting out of bed or brushing your teeth at 7 o'clock in the morning. This is how you would write 7 o'clock. I put a 7, and then I do 2 dots, okay? That shows that I'm separating the hour from the minutes. And when it's way up at the top, take a look at that. We're at 60. We don't write 60, we write 2 zeros. This shows the time, 7 o'clock, okay? So this time, 7 o'clock, is the same as 7 o'clock, okay? We're gonna practice writing. I want you to write this with me so you get used to writing it out, okay? So erase in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, my minute hand's gonna take a lap around the clock. Here we go. Whoa, my clock's moving. And there it is. My minute hand's back up to the top of the clock, which means I have a new hour. What is my new hour? The hour hand is now pointing to the 8, which means it is 8 o'clock. How would we write 8 o'clock? You write the hour first, 8, and our hour is 8, and we separate it with our 2 dots. We go 8 o'clock. Okay, everyone should be writing that. 8 o'clock. So this says 8 o'clock, and this shows 8 o'clock. All right, erase in 3, 2, and 1. Now, what if my minute hand goes twice around the clock? Okay, so there it is at 1. That's showing 9 o'clock. It's going around again. Stops at the top. What is my hour hand pointing to? The hour hand is the shorter one. It's pointing to the 10. When my minute hand's at the top, I know that my minutes are at 0 right now. Okay, so it's showing 10. Okay, 10 is my hour. And how do I separate my hour from my minutes? I put the 2 dots, and since my minute hand is at the top, it's 10 o'clock. This says 10 o'clock. And this shows 10 o'clock. Okay, so there's both of them together. We're going to do one more, and then I want you to practice a couple on your own, okay? We're going to challenge you. If it goes one more time all the way around, okay? Here it comes all the way around. What is my new time? Okay, erase your boards in 3, 2, 1. What is my new time? My minute hand, the longer hand's at the top. So it's a new hour. My new hour is what? If you said 11 o'clock, great job. Write it down. 11 o'clock. I want you to take out your clocks that you made yesterday if you have them handy. Pause the video if you need to. I want you on yours to show me 1 o'clock on your clocks. Okay, so make that 1 o'clock. I have to move mine around twice, okay? So here's 1. Oh, and it looks like my clock's not. There we go. Here we go. And now I'm going around. There is 1 o'clock. I want you on your whiteboards to write 1 o'clock. Then under it, find 2 o'clock, write 2 o'clock. And then do 3 o'clock, okay? Show me on your clocks as well. If you want to take a picture of you finding 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, that'd be great, okay? So remember, whenever that minute hand's at the top of the clock, it's a 0 because there's no new minutes. It's a new hour, okay? When we say it is 1 o'clock, minute hand goes all the way around again. Now what time is it? 2 o'clock. Okay, take a look at your party time worksheet. We're going to do that front side. I'm going to do 3 of them with you, and I want you to do the rest on your own, okay? So take a look. That minute hand's pointing to the top, and we know the minute hand's always the longer hand, okay? So I'm going to circle my hour hand so I know what I'm looking for. Okay, it's pointing to the top, which means it's a new hour. My hour shows 9, so I'm going to write a 9. How do I separate my hour from my minutes? I put my 2 dots, and it is 9 o'clock, and I have my 2 zeros. Okay, so the clock up top is showing 9 o'clock. Down below, you have them where you can cut them out, but because we did back to back, I don't want you cutting them out. You're just going to cross it off because you're going to write them in. What is this time showing? My hour hand's pointing to the 4, and my minute hand's pointing to the 12, which means it's a new hour, so it's 4 o'clock. But how do I do that? How do I separate the hour? Do my 2 dots, 4 o'clock. The last one we're doing together, look at that hour hand. It's pointing at the 6, so I know I can write a 6 in the hour spot. And I separate my hour from my minutes. Whenever that minute hand's pointing to the 12, what do I write there? I put 2 zeros. Okay, I can cross out 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock. I want you to do the next 3, flip it over, and do the back. This shouldn't take you long. Keep up the great work, boys and girls.